Veydant here. So it's been a long time since I've made a video on this channel. Yes, it's been a while. It's been a real long time since I made a video, and I myself had realized that my audience are waiting for my videos. So now I'm back. No need to worry. I had some very important examinations to focus on, so that is why I did not upload a video on this channel for a while. But now I am back to upload a video on this channel. And yes, the book review will be on A Tale of Witchcraft, the second book in A Tale of Magic book series. And boy oh boy, this book series is just wonderful. This book series is in a great pace right now, and I'm currently reading the third book in the series, and it literally feels that this book series is now my favorite book series. It feels like this book series has overtaken the Land of Stories series, which was my favorite book series until I read this book series. And it is written by the same author who wrote the Land of Stories series, which is Colfer. And this book series is the prequel book series to the Land of Stories book series. So the events that happened in the Land of Stories series are doesn't have to relate to what is going on in this series. This series is completely about the past of Bristol Evergreen, the past of Alex and Connor's grandmother. Oops, I gave a spoiler. But yes, just an overview of this series. So without any further ado, let's just dive into this spectacular book review. So this is the cover design of the book, and this book cover design is creepy. Like, it is like the Halloween type book cover design that you expect it to be. So it is very creepy. Yes, so let's get into the book review. So in the last video we left off when Bristol and her friends had to defeat the Snow Queen. And yes, they defeated the Snow Queen, and magic was legalized in all four kingdoms after Bristol's effort to defeat the Snow Queen. Still, the Snow Queen has not been killed, but she has been defeated, and she has gone to the deep northern mountains, which are very cold. Northern Kingdom is very cold, right? So now in this book, what happens is that there is a group of people, probably you can say a clan, called the Righteous Brotherhood. Now, what is the Righteous Brotherhood? Now, Righteous Brotherhood is a clan, as I said, that has been for years, since King Champion I of Southern Kingdom. So, since those years, their plan were outlawed, and women were not even allowed to study, not even allowed to read, because of the Righteous Brotherhood. And now all your doubts might be clear, guys, because in the previous video we saw that magic was outlawed in all four kingdoms, and here I am giving the reason that why was it outlawed, because of the Righteous Brotherhood. Now it is back, but now the Righteous Brotherhood is also back. And now let us get on Bristol. Now Bristol is feeling depression for some reason. She's getting disturbing thoughts in her mind that she cannot get rid of it. And she is going into deep depression. And there is a weapon that the clan have called the Bloodstone. Now the Bloodstone is a very fatal weapon for the magical creatures. And if a normal human being who is not magical touches the weapon, nothing will happen. The human being will not get hurt. And was to outlaw magic. So when a magical human or a creature touches it, it will get immense pain, right? So same happened with Bristol. Now Bristol is wondering how come this weapon is with the Righteous Brotherhood, and she is deep in thought. But the trouble keep arising. Now there is a school of witchcraft started by a lady called Mistress Mara. Now Mistress Mara makes a surprise visit in the Academy of Magic and takes one of the student from the Academy of Magic who was a very good friend of Bristol. Now since Madam Verybody had died while saving Bristol and her friends, she actually died in the previous book by saving the Bristol and her friends and from the Snow Queen. So she had actually sacrificed herself. And now Bristol is in charge for the Academy of Magic, and Pip, Bristol's friend, had gone with Mistress Mara to join the Ravencrest School of Witchcraft, and Bristol has also kicked out Lucy, her best friend, out of the Fairy Council. Now, you would be asking, what is this Fairy Council? So after Bristol and her friends defeated the Snow Queen, they decided to create a council for fairies, which includes Xanthos, Emeralda, Skyline, Tangerina, Lucy, and these guys who are in the Fairy Council. But now, Bristol has kicked out Lucy, who's in charge of the Fairy Council and who's in charge for the Academy of Magic. And now Bristol has become so popular after defeating the Snow Queen. Her name is everywhere, spread more on the Southern Kingdom, in the Southern Kingdom, because she was born in the Southern Kingdom. So she is pretty renowned at the moment, but she has kicked Lucy. Why? I will not tell, because you have to read the book. Now Lucy also decides to join the Ravencrest School of Witchcraft. And after that, Bristol goes into deep depression. And she doesn't know how this depression is coming to her. Now, Righteous Brotherhood has a partnership with Mistress Mara. Now, Mistress Mara has created a potion called the Shadow Beast. Now, the Shadow Beast is the ability to raise the dead. Now, she raised the dead, the previous members of the Righteous Brotherhood that had died. She raised them, and they came out, and there were 999 of them. And it was as if the clansmen were useless. That is how the Righteous King thought that the clansmen were useless now, because the dead cannot die. Because they have already died. The dead army has already died of the Righteous Brotherhood, but they cannot die again. Now Bristol is wondering, now she is going into deeper depression, and now wondering how to kill Righteous Brotherhood army, the clan. Now they are even stronger after getting the dead army. And now she goes into deeper depression. She decides to sacrifice herself. And she is being killed by the Righteous King. Now, after she was killed by the Righteous King, she goes into the heavens, probably. That is what I will refer to, because good people go into the heavens. Okay, so now she means death. Now death this thing is a complete false spoiler, and this is a main spoiler, because the next book will be revolving around this thing. So I have to tell this spoiler, so do not skip, because the next book is based on this spoiler. Now what happens is, this is a story of the death. Now the death gave every person earlier on this planet 100 years to live. But now the humans, every creature, 100 years to live. But now when someone died, the humans used to grieve about it. And the death was very curious. Why they used to grieve? Because every person was given 100 years to live, equal amount of years. Now, to find this mystery, he sent his daughter now to the earth, and after 100 years, she will take her life back and ask why they used to grieve. So now he sent her daughter in the world. Now the 100 years were up, and he wasn't able to find his daughter at all. And from then, death used to take life of people when their purpose was over. Now, in rush to find her daughter, she met a woman who had the ability to kill his daughter, because now she was kind of immortal, because Death was not able to find her. So in desperation, Death asked what is the spell to kill my daughter. But he had made a deal with the woman that she is gonna give him immortality. Her immortality, so sorry. Now. First, Death gave the woman immortality. Now, the woman tricked him. The woman tricked the Death. And after he gave him her immortality, she disappeared. Death was pretty sad. He was not able to find his daughter. And now, at that same moment, what happened when the Mistress Mara had raised the shadow beast, raised the army of Death? The righteous king needed Mistress Mara no more. So the righteous king decided to kill Mistress Mara. Now, after Mistress Mara and after that, Mistress Mara and Bristol met in the heavens. Probably that is what I will refer it as. Now, when she met Bristol, so she tried to stop Death from killing her, and she said that moment that her purpose of life is not over. She has to defeat the righteous king. She has to defeat the righteous brotherhood. Now, that decides her to send her back to earth. But there is one deal. She has to find the same woman who had tricked the Death in a span of 1 year. And if she fails, her life will be taken by the Death. Now. Here the book ends. Now this is the plot. Bristol survives, and this is the plot for the next book. In the next book, Bristol and her friends will go into a crazy adventure to defeat the Death. Now, I've just literally forgot to tell you that this Bristol will find that immortal woman, and the immortal woman, the spell that the immortal woman was talking about to kill her daughter. That would also to kill the Death's daughter. That would also be used to kill the Death of the righteous army, righteous brotherhood. So Bristol has to do two things: kill the righteous brotherhood, the dead, and she would also be easily able to kill the righteous king because he is a human, and to save her own life. And this is the plot for the next book. So thank you guys for watching this video. I am currently reading the third book in the series, and it is very interesting. A Tale of Sorcery. I am reading A Tale of Sorcery currently. It is super interesting. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you enjoyed seeing me after a very long time, guys.